do have to admit, it is very bizarre. So I want to know what the attraction that Jeff managed to convince you guys to be in this movie.
His description immediately, like the way that you look at the poster, you're like, okay, that's definitely set in another time, in another country. And also he's like, I want you to be the bishop. I was like, I've never done anything like it. Also the way he explains things, Jeff is very sort of mathematical when he speaks. And I'm drawn to that.
It's an impersonation of me.
Yeah, so, you know, like, when you speak, and so he sort of breaks things down in a certain way that you're drawn to it, like as opposed to someone being flowery and just telling you the whole picture, and like when people get too much like that, they're in their own world. But Jeff is like it draws you in.
Yeah. I mean, I'm drawn to things that are bizarre and off-center. You know, everything that's coming out these days is a sequel or a remake, and so to be a part of something that feels so original, it's cool. It's like I feel like I'm like I'm just, I don't know, I feel very I don't want to say blessed, but like just to be surrounded by so much talent in this movie, and it makes my job so much easier when everyone around me is so talented. Yeah.
Jeff, how did you come up with this story? I mean, it didn't really feel 1350s. It felt like it could have been some nuns in the woods today.
Well, it's based on the Decameron, which is a book written from 1350, and I read it in college, and I fell in love with it, and I mean, sort of what you're saying is what struck me is how sort of timeless and classic and relatable it is, and I just wanted to communicate that through the movie itself.
Dave, you play a deaf mute in this film. I mean, how difficult was doing that, especially the fact that everyone's laughing and improvising? I mean, how do you keep a straight face throughout the entire movie?
Yeah, it was difficult. It was, it's a challenge because I have to express all these emotions without saying anything, and also while pretending like I can't hear anything. That being said, we did laugh a lot. You know, that's what happens on a set like this, especially when there's so much improv. But ultimately, like, I don't know, I've realized this about myself recently. Like, I'm a pretty easygoing guy in my normal life, but like, when I'm working, I'm pretty focused, and I'm kind of type A, and I just want to do like a really good job, and so yeah, try to keep a straight face.
I mean, he's an insane professional. Like, just the questions he asks, like when we're filming, and sort of the insight he has to his character, and I mean, he's insanely good.
There probably is so many uncomfortable scenes. How was the romantic scene with Allison? I'm calling it romantic.
I mean, they're fine. Like, this is my wife we're talking about, and if I'm gonna be comfortable with anyone, it better be with her during a scene like that. And that being said, you know, there's still a bunch of crew members sitting around watching you make out with your wife, which isn't the most comfortable thing in the world. But Jeff created a really just easy, nurturing environment, and so it was as comfortable as it could have been.
And Fred, you play probably one of the most, I want to say, most serious out of all the characters in the film as a bishop. How was that role?
Oh, my favorite thing to do, because my hope is that there's something comedic in it anyway, but I'm a big fan of not outright jokes. So, you know, if I'm sitting across from Molly Shannon or John C. Reilly, you know, I've got these scenes with them and I'm berating them or whatever, the comedy's all there.